McLaren's Oscar Piastri lost control of his MCL60 on the entry to the bank turn 3 and crashed into the barrier in the middle of the corner. Video footage reveals Ricciardo injury. The AlphaTauri team failed to warn their Australian driver of the incident ahead, and as Ricciardo crested the hill before turn 3, his life into the corner was decided, forcing him to drive into the barrier to avoid the stricken McLaren car. On-board video camera images only shown after the session revealed the extent of the damage to Ricciardo's hand and wrist, who was holding the steering wheel as his car hit the barrier. The impact whipped the wheel around while the AlphaTauri driver was still holding onto it, and the video showed him quickly remove his left glove. As Ricciardo climbed from the car, he was protecting his left arm as it hung in a limp fashion close to his chest. F1 commentators shocked by images. Damon Hill commented, "It looks bad, doesn't it?" as the replay was shown to the 1996 world champion. Karun Chandok, who was with Hill, looked shocked at the video images and agreed the severity of Ricciardo's injury didn't look good. Ricciardo was checked over at the F1 medical center at the circuit, but the news was quickly leaked that the Australian was being taken to hospital before the practice session ended. Piastri explains his crash. "I just went in a little bit hot, tried to turn in a bit aggressively and unfortunately found the wall," explained Piastri after the session. "A shame. And unfortunate to give the guys a massive load of work for the night. I'll try and bounce back tomorrow and have a good day." When asked about his first big crash since the start of the season, the young Australian was philosophical. "I guess it was going to happen at some stage, of course you never wanted to, but I was pushing a little bit too hard, and especially in that corner you pay a big consequence if you overdo it. I'll try not to do it again and we'll see what I can do over the rest of the weekend." Ricciardo broken arm rules him out. It has been confirmed Daniel Ricciardo has a broken arm and will miss the remainder of the Dutch GP weekend. Liam Lawson, who is with the Red Bull teams this weekend, will replace him for the remainder of the on-track sessions in Zandvoort. Lawson is currently challenging in the Japanese Super Formula Series and is expected to step up to Formula 1 in 2024. His early debut will give the team some kind of insight as to his capabilities in much more powerful machinery. Last season, due to Alex Albon's illness on Friday night, NYCK De Vries replaced the Williams driver for Saturday practice, qualifying in the race and scored points on debut. Lando Norris shock fastest lap. Following the Piastri and Ricciardo crashes, the session was red flagged for over 10 minutes. When it resumed, all the teams fitted the soft tires for the qualifying simulations, and it was Lando Norris who pulled out a 1:11:330 to head the top of the timesheets. Verstappen then set off on his qualifying simulation but made a small mistake on the exit of turn 3, costing the Dutch driver a tenth of a second. Yet the all-conquering Red Bull driver failed to match Norris over the remainder of his lap and ended up 0.023 seconds behind the McLaren driver. When asked whether he had a realistic chance of beating Verstappen to pole position, Lando Norris was cautious. "I think they're still a bit ahead, Red Bull. Normally we're a bit closer today than we turn out to be on Saturday, but I'm still positive I've had a good day. But normally the Red Bulls just step it up another level when it comes to Saturday. I'm feeling good, especially on the low fuel. On the high fuel not so much." Marshals send Ricciardo a waffle. Alex Albon in the Williams car was the shock third-place driver, as the team had few expectations on a low-drag circuit, which doesn't suit their car the best. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton could manage just fourth and was 0.308 seconds behind Norris, and Ricciardo's teammate Yuki Tsunoda was a surprise with another tenth of a second behind the Mercedes driver. AlphaTauri tweeted their thanks to the race marshals at turn 3 for sending a Stroopwafel local delicacy to the team hospitality motorhome for the injured Daniel Ricciardo. They included a short note which read, "Dear Daniel, hope your wrist is okay. We'd love to see you in the car this weekend. Hope the Stroopwafel gets to you in one piece. Kind regards from the turn 3 marshals." Ricciardo to miss 3 Grand Prix. "I'd love to get back soon, but I also want to ensure we do things the right way, so I come back strong and competitive," he added. "I wish the team well, and I'm sorry for the change in plans again. It's a chance for Liam to have a go, and I wish him and the team a strong weekend." Daniel's best hope is for a return is at the street circuit race in Singapore 3 weeks from now. Yet the extreme nature of this most twisty of all F1 circuits may see the Aussie advised to wait until the F1 circus lands in Japan the following week.